When you're talking three-row SUVs in 2024 and 2025, there are two names that seem to rise to the top of the conversation: the Kia Telluride and the Toyota Grand Highlander. The Telluride has spent the last few years building a loyal following thanks to its bold styling, comfortable ride, and the kind of capability that makes it just as ready for a family vacation as it is for a weekend adventure. It's a familiar sight on the road, and for good reason. People who own them tend to hold on to them. The Grand Highlander, on the other hand, is the newcomer. Toyota designed it to be bigger, roomier, and more accommodating than the regular Highlander, with the goal of giving families more space to stretch out without jumping to a full-size SUV. It takes Toyota's reputation for reliability and layers it with extra passenger comfort, strong fuel economy, and especially with its hybrid options, and a design that feels more substantial in person than photos can capture. What makes this matchup interesting is that these two SUVs don't try to win the same way. The Telluride leans into rugged charm and a confident upscale feel, while the Grand Highlander focuses on maximum passenger space, efficiency, and an easygoing nature. We'll start by looking at their presence on the road and the details that define their exterior design, and then step inside to see exactly how well they're built for families, from seating comfort and storage to the features that make long trips easier. The Kia Telluride has built a reputation not just for what it can do, but for how it looks doing it. The exterior styling is upright and squared off, giving it the kind of presence you'd expect from a larger SUV. Its wide stance and bold grille design make it stand out in traffic, while the clean body lines and slightly flared fenders give it a refined but still rugged personality. The headlights and taillights follow Kia's modern design language, with distinctive LED signatures that are instantly recognizable even from a distance. Under the hood, the Telluride is powered by a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6, producing 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, delivering smooth shifts whether you're cruising the highway or merging into fast-moving traffic. Power feels steady and predictable, which is exactly what you want in a family SUV that might be loaded down with passengers and gear. Capability is another area where the Telluride makes a strong showing. Standard towing capacity is 5,000 pounds, enough for small trailers, boats, or a couple of ATVs. Opt for the X-Pro version, and that figure bumps to 5,500 pounds thanks to a heavy-duty cooling system and upgraded components. Ground clearance sits around 8 inches, which is more than enough for light trail use or confidently navigating unpaved roads without scraping the underbody. On the road, the Telluride feels composed and stable. The suspension tuning balances comfort and control, absorbing rough patches without feeling soft or disconnected. Steering is light but precise, making it easy to maneuver in parking lots while still feeling confident on the highway. Combined with available all-wheel drive, it's a setup that gives the Telluride the versatility to handle daily commutes, long-distance travel, and the occasional off-pavement adventure without breaking a sweat. The Grand Highlander takes the familiar Highlander name and stretches it into something with a much larger footprint. It's longer, taller, and noticeably more upright than the standard model, giving it a more commanding stance on the road. The front end wears a broad grille framed by slim headlights, and the body panels are shaped with subtle creases that keep it looking modern without going over the top. From the side, the extended rear doors and longer roofline hint at the extra passenger space inside, while the rear design keeps things clean with a wide tailgate opening and simple LED tail lights. Under the hood, the Grand Highlander offers 3 different powertrains. The standard 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder produces 265 horsepower and offers a good mix of power and efficiency. There's also a 2.5-liter hybrid that delivers 245 horsepower and an impressive fuel economy of up to 36 miles per gallon combined. Ideal for buyers who put a lot of miles on each year. For those who want more muscle, the Hybrid Max pairs electric motors with a turbocharged engine to make 362 horsepower, giving this SUV acceleration that feels well above average for its class. Towing capacity reaches up to 5,000 pounds regardless of powertrain, matching the Telluride's standard rating. With available all-wheel drive and a stretched wheelbase, the Grand Highlander feels stable on the highway and settled over rougher pavement. Ground clearance is right in line with other family SUVs, enough for dirt roads and snow without sacrificing the ease of getting in and out. While its main mission is family comfort, the Grand Highlander's larger proportions give it a stronger presence than the regular Highlander. It looks every bit like the step-up model it is, is, bridging the gap between midsize and full-size SUVs, while keeping the styling approachable and refined. Step inside the Telluride and it's clear why this SUV has built such a strong reputation with families. The cabin feels solid and upscale, with a design that balances clean lines and practical layout. Surfaces you touch most, from the armrests to the dash, are finished in soft materials, and the fit and finish is tight enough to rival some luxury brands. In higher trims, you get supple Nappa leather upholstery that not only looks the part but also feels rich and comfortable for long hours on the road. Even the standard synthetic leather in lower trims holds up well to everyday wear, resisting scuffs and easy to wipe clean after spills. Passenger comfort is one of the Telluride's best qualities. The first and second rows offer generous legroom and headroom, while the third row is among the most usable in its class. Adults can manage short trips without feeling cramped, and kids have space for longer drives. Accessing that third row is simple, thanks to wide rear doors and a one-touch slide and fold system on the second row seats. Ventilation and heating are available for both the first and second rows, and ventilated seats are a rare treat in this segment, especially for passengers who don't ride up front. Technology and entertainment are well covered. Most trims come with a large central display paired with clear, responsive controls, and at the top end, the Harman Kardon premium audio system transforms the cabin into a rolling concert hall. The system delivers clean highs, deep bass, and enough volume to keep everyone entertained on road trips. There's also an available rear seat entertainment package for passengers in back, plus a wireless charging pad up front and USB or USB-C charging ports in every row, so no one's fighting over cables. Storage and practicality are baked into the design. Behind the third row, you'll find about 21 cubic feet of cargo space, enough for a week's worth of groceries or multiple suitcases. Folding the third row opens up more than 46 cubic feet, and with both second and third rows folded flat, you get roughly 87 cubic feet of open floor for bulky items. Power folding rear seats are available to make reconfiguring the space even easier. The flat load floor and wide tailgate opening mean you're not wrestling gear past awkward angles. Family comfort goes beyond just space. Tri-zone automatic climate control is standard, letting front, middle, and rear passengers set their own temperatures. Built-in sunshades on the rear doors keep glare out on bright days, and ambient LED lighting on higher trims gives the cabin a warm, refined glow at night. Overhead, standard roof rails are ready for additional cargo boxes, bikes, or kayaks with the strength to handle up to 220 pounds depending on configuration. Perfect when you need to bring gear that won't fit inside. The quietness of the cabin ties it all together. Kia engineered the Telluride with thick glass and well-insulated panels, so highway noise stays muted and conversation is easy even at speed. Combined with the supportive seating and refined suspension tuning, it's an SUV that makes long-distance travel relaxing, whether you're shuttling kids to school or crossing state lines for a vacation. It's this blend of comfort, versatility, and thoughtful detail that keeps the Telluride near the top of so many shopping lists. The Grand Highlander was built with one clear mission: to give families as much usable space as possible. Inside, it delivers on that promise with a cabin that feels open, well organized, and easy to live with. Toyota's attention to practicality shows in every detail, from the wide door openings to the generous legroom in all three rows. The materials are high quality for the class, with tight fit and finish, and on higher trims, genuine leather upholstery that feels rich and durable. The Platinum's Portobello interior option takes it a step further, adding a warm brown tone to the seats, dash, and trim pieces for a more upscale, lounge-like feel. Even Softex synthetic leather on lower trims holds up well to kids, pets, and daily wear. Space is where the Grand Highlander really sets itself apart. The third row offers 33.5 inches of legroom, making it one of the most adult-friendly in the segment. It's not just a spot for kids. Grown-ups can ride comfortably back there for more than a short trip. Access is simple thanks to a sliding and folding second row with a wide step-in area, and buyers can choose between a second row bench for max seating or captain's chairs for easier access and a more open feel. First and second row seats are available with both heating and ventilation, while the third row can be optioned with USB ports ports, so no one is left without power on long drives. Technology is modern and easy to use, with a large 12.3-inch central touchscreen and crisp graphics, backed by physical buttons and knobs for common functions. Higher trims get a head-up display, digital rearview mirror, and premium audio for a more immersive experience. The sound system delivers clear output with enough punch to fill the larger cabin, and there's an abundance of charging ports spread across all rows, including USB-C connections for faster device charging. A wireless charging pad sits up front in a dedicated tray that keeps phones secure even on bumpy roads. Cargo space is another standout. With all seats up, the Grand Highlander provides about 20.6 cubic feet behind the third row, enough for a couple of large suitcases or a week's worth of groceries. Fold the third row and you open up over 57 cubic feet, while folding both the second and third rows gives a massive 97.5 cubic feet of flat load space. The wide, square opening makes it easy to load bulkier items like bikes or furniture, and the load floor sits at a comfortable height for lifting heavier gear in and out. Family-friendly touches go beyond just size. Tri-zone climate control keeps every row comfortable, and Toyota's panoramic glass roof brings in extra light to make the cabin feel even larger. Cup holders and small item storage are everywhere, from large door pockets to deep center consoles, so everyone has a place for their things. Roof rails are standard on most trims, rated for carrying extra cargo carriers, skis, or kayaks, making it easy to pack for longer trips. The cabin stays composed and quiet, even at highway speeds, thanks to Toyota's sound insulation and careful tuning of the suspension to smooth out rough patches. Combined with the roomy seating, refined materials, and thoughtful details, the Grand Highlander's interior is more than just big. It's a well-planned, comfortable space designed to handle real family life. It's the kind of SUV where you can fill every seat, load up the cargo area, and still have room and comfort to spare. The X-Pro trim takes everything people love about the Telluride and layers on a genuine boost in rugged, real-world capability. Right away, the stance changes thanks to 18-inch wheels wrapped in chunkier all-terrain tires. The smaller wheel size allows for taller sidewalls, which not only improve grip over loose surfaces like gravel, sand, and snow, but also soften the ride over ruts and bumps. The tires sit under slightly flared fenders, and combined with the X-Pro's darker trim accents, the look is noticeably more adventurous than the standard Telluride. Ground clearance also sees an increase from about 8.0 inches to roughly 8.4 inches. That might not sound like a huge jump, but it can make the difference between clearing a rocky path or catching the underbody. Kia adds extra protection underneath in the form of skid plates to shield vital components like the oil pan and transmission, so you can tackle dirt roads or trails with more confidence. The most tangible upgrade is in towing. While the standard Telluride can handle 5,000 pounds, the X-Pro bumps that figure to 5,500 pounds. The increase comes from a heavy-duty cooling system and reinforced hardware that's better suited to pulling heavier loads. This extra margin makes the X-Pro a better fit for families towing a small camper, boat, or multi-vehicle trailer, all while maintaining its smooth, composed manners on the road. Suspension tuning is subtly adjusted to account for the heavier duty tires and the demands of towing. It strikes a balance between stability and comfort, absorbing the chatter of rougher terrain without feeling floaty at higher speeds. The approach and departure angles are slightly improved, giving the X-Pro a little more leeway when cresting hills or descending uneven surfaces. Roof rails remain standard, rated for carrying outdoor gear like cargo boxes, bikes, or kayaks, so you can make the most of your storage options. Inside, the X-Pro retains every comfort and convenience feature that makes the Telluride appealing in the first place. That means the same generous seating space in all three rows, high-quality materials, premium audio options, and abundant charging ports. It's a combination that lets you load up the family, hook up the trailer, and head somewhere far beyond the beaten path, without feeling like you've given up any of the daily comfort that drew you to the Telluride in the first place. While the Grand Highlander already brings a spacious, well-appointed interior to the table, certain upgrade options take it into a more premium territory. One of the most striking is the Platinum trim's Portobello interior, a warm, medium brown leather finish that changes the entire atmosphere of the cabin. The color extends beyond just the seat surfaces. It flows into the door panels, armrests, and lower dash, with careful stitching and detailing that give the space a lounge-like quality. It's a softer, more inviting tone than the typical black or gray interiors, and in person, the richness of the leather grain and the way it contrasts against the metallic accents makes it feel a step closer to a luxury SUV. The Portobello option isn't just about color, it's paired with the Platinum trim's highest grade materials, including plush cushioning, ventilated front and second row seats, and heated seating in the first 2 rows for year-round comfort. The leather itself has a supple feel that wears in gently over time while maintaining its upscale look, making it as practical as it is stylish for families who want a cabin that holds up over years of daily use. On the outside, Toyota's wind chill pearl paint is another standout upgrade. This premium white finish uses a pearlescent effect to add depth and sheen, catching different tones under changing light. Against the Grand Highlander's larger body panels, it adds a bright, clean look that pairs especially well with the Portobello interior when the doors are open, an exterior-interior combination that feels intentionally upscale. For buyers looking to make the Grand Highlander feel more personal and more refined, these upgrades show how much the right color and trim choices can transform the overall character of the SUV, taking it from simply functional to something you genuinely look forward to spending time in. Lining up the Kia Telluride and Toyota Grand Highlander shows 2 SUVs aimed at the same core mission, moving a family in comfort, but taking very different routes to get there. The Telluride has already carved out its spot as one of the most sought-after 3-row SUVs on the market, mixing bold styling, an upscale feel, and strong capability. It's a vehicle that can tow confidently, carry the family in comfort, and, in X-Pro form, handle the kind of trips that include unpaved roads and heavier gear. The Grand Highlander, on the other hand, is the newer contender with a clear emphasis on maximizing space and versatility. Its 3rd-row comfort and cargo volumes stand out, especially for larger families who want everyone to have real room to stretch out. The availability of hybrid powertrains also gives it an edge in fuel efficiency, which can make a difference over years of ownership. When dressed in the Platinum trim with the Portobello interior and paired with the wind chill pearl exterior, it adds a premium feel that brings it closer to the Telluride's luxury-leaning personality. Both SUVs are loaded with family-friendly features, from multiple charging ports and climate control zones to generous storage options inside and the ability to carry more on the roof. The choice really comes down to priorities. The Telluride leans towards style, capability, and a proven track record, while the Grand Highlander focuses on space, efficiency, and Toyota's reliability pedigree. In the right hands, either one could be the perfect long-term family companion. It's just a matter of which strengths fit your life best.